Today, we're back at another episode in the Fabled Legacy Noob to Godly. Today, we're level 100 and we're going to start things off by collecting our daily bonus. The dungeon we're going to do today is the Fallen Paradise, which I'm super excited for. I'm going to collect all these stuff here and all the stuff here, equip it, and before we actually begin, I actually have something special this time. I actually have gotten enough gems to be able to create a guild. And today, we're going to be creating it. I'm not sure what this has a use for exactly, but I just made it. And this is my first guild ever made in Fabled Legacy, since this is my main account. Now, this is going to be mainly used for my Noob to Godlies. Maybe it'll change in the future, but I don't know. So I'm going to invite everyone here, and I'm going to see you guys in the first dungeon. Now that we're here, in the first Fallen Paradise, which actually looks pretty beautiful, we actually now have our little duck tag, which I think is nice, and that we're going to have that for the rest of the Noob to Godly. Let's go ahead and start here. Something I did forget to do is actually put my best, which are some improvements right here, and now I should be able to do a bit more theoretical damage. So if we go here and start damaging the mobs, we are doing actually pretty fine on the mobs, but they actually deal a lot of damage back to us, which is honestly kind of insane how much damage they did back, because it was like over 100,000. So I'm kind of a 3-shot here. But it is manageable, especially the fact that we're doing non-hardcore. If we did hardcore, we would be cooked. But let's actually take a look at the first boss. First boss here, and we got the Corrupt Overlord. And okay, so far no hits, but these attacks literally just blind the screen. It is literally just a goddamn bomb of how much damage it does, or what you can even see. But it's actually pretty simple boss, it seems like, unless you're just walking right here on me, like I am. But surprisingly, the fact that I haven't died yet, it makes me think it is pretty easy, because I'm not even doing that good. As long as we don't touch that pink box, which sounds easy enough. And there we go, boss defeated. Only one more death from me there. Now we can actually try the second boss. Second boss here, and it seems to be a tree. A tree with hands. I've never seen a tree have hands before, but this does actually remind me of Enchanted Forest, except it is a lot more pink than purple. Actually, this boss is a lot harder, or maybe I just have a bit of a skill issue right here, because I'm actually having a slightly harder time to dodge it, but it should be pretty manageable, because it's already at 40 million, 25 million HP, and we can just defeat it right here. Let's go. Now, let's go to the third boss. Third and hopefully final boss here, the Fallen Emperor. So we grab here, and oh my goodness, okay, this guy hits hard. He actually does a lot of damage. Now 160 million HP left, 140 million HP left. Damage is here, go here, and it's already under 100 million, but it still has a little bit left. We do have a little of this green square, and I still think this will be an easy victory, except the fact that I'm about to die right here. Okay, so we have to stay on this green circle. Alright, works me. With that, the dungeon is complete. Let's go. Alright, first dungeon of those completed. Now, for a second dungeon, why don't we do it in a new style, like boss 1 is dead, second boss is dead, and the third boss is dead. There we go. And we are level 105 now. Now that we're level 105, I can actually go right here and claim all these playtime rewards, which actually grant me some drops. How many drops? 20 drops, which is more than I thought I'd get. But I'll always take that, and then I can equip the best. Perfect. Now we can actually start doing the next difficulty. First, expert difficulty. And with my new improved gear, we should be able to, well, do this dungeon with no problem at all. But we gotta actually do the dungeon to find out. Starting with the little mobs, These guys do a similar amount of damage, I think, but have a lot more HP. It's actually taking us a bit more to chip them down, but it actually seems to be a little bit easier, which is great. What we have to see is how difficult the bosses really are. So let's take a look at those. First boss here, and now it has 475 million HP, which is almost half a billion HP, and it takes me a while here to concentrate and talk at the same time. But 200 million right here. Come on, keep on damaging it. Dodge right here, and we gotta keep on going, and it should be pretty manageable. Just the blue stuff can be a little bit distracting, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. So it should be a pretty easy clear from here, and then taking a look at the final two bosses. Let's go to them. Second boss here, the Thornhorde Guardian once again, and well, I'm actually getting a little bit more experience with the boss. Now I can know how to completely avoid that orb attack. Well, I think I do, to be honest. And it's actually getting over here, so I'm gonna run away from it. Run away from it. And there we go. 120 million HP left. Then 100 million, 80 million, 70 million, now 60 million, and I'm gonna flop like a fish. 20 million, and there the boss is going to be dead. Alright, one boss remaining. And final boss here. I'm actually starting to get used to all these mobs or bosses right here, more than I actually have for the rest. Except for that attack, I guess, because I actually just flopped like a fish once more. 300 million HP left, 250 million, and it's kind of just a simple repeat from here, which is a pretty easy clear, and from there, we can actually just clear the dungeon right here. 150 million HP, and oh no! Oh my god, I almost died. And never mind, I did die. But we have 90 million HP left. But we can actually just finish it off right here. Come on. Don't die. And there we go. Let's go. Now that we have actually completed expert difficulty, I don't think you guys need to rewatch the dungeons after completed. So let's speed this one up a little bit, shall we? Enjoy the quick montage. Here we go. Now that we've actually reached level 110, we can actually now do chaos difficulty of this. Well, besides the little one new playtime reward that we get, that gets us 10 drops right here, which is crazy rare, we can actually get the lock-in streak. I've been saving this for a while, and it's 250 gems and 20 drops. Perfect for this situation. Now we can actually get a lot more drops. Perfect, including Rose Shower twice, meaning I can actually upgrade my spell set, which is perfect. Now let's go ahead and try Chaos difficulty. First, Chaos difficulty. Here we are. Now, how difficult is going to be Chaos difficulty? Probably the same as the other ones. Nothing has truly really changed. But here comes the mobs again. We hit them with the spells, and that's like 1/3 of my HP with me alone right there. It's not going to be that difficult. Actually, I think a little bit easier than expert difficulty, so that's great, and it shouldn't be much of a problem. Now, for the first boss, a lot more HP actually. Right here being at over 850 million HP, not quite at a billion yet, but honestly, I'm glad it's not a billion, because it takes us quite some time to be able to chip this behemoth of a boss down. But it's not that difficult, because, well, it just comes with a matter of time, and with those little small blunders here and there. So, that's going to be the Corrupt Warlord. Now, let's actually take a look at the second and third. Second boss, I actually forgot to talk about this one, but it was a little less difficult because it just felt a little easier. but it actually had the same amount of HP but felt relatively faster. So that one is actually pretty nice, and we have one boss left. Final boss here. 950 million HP, a hit on the ground that I can never dodge for the life of me. Okay, that was only because I was invincible, but I can go ahead and damage it here. Yeah, this thing is undodgeable. It's too fast for me, too fast. This has gone from like the easiest boss to like the hardest boss due to its big slam attack. It is so annoying, but halfway down already, so it should definitely still be a victory. Come on, get those roses down. 300. No. 279 million HP. Come on, we got this, and it should be a clear right about here, and there we go. Oh my god, I died. There we go. Alright, we got it. Let's go. We are here in the Infinite Tower, and you may have noticed I have a legendary weapon now. Thanks to our Adrian Duck, they managed to drop a legendary which will help us do this Infinite Tower a lot more efficiently, which I'm really excited for. Now, we're going to see how far we can actually do this Infinite Tower, so let's find that out. Now, for the waves here, I don't think I actually need to explain that I'm going to make these a montage. Well, I kinda already am. So, let's just cut to the point and get these rewards. Here we go! Alright, we're here in Calamity mode now. And now that we are in Calamity mode, we can actually do Calamity difficulty. This will be the hardest difficulty we'll be doing on today's episode. See how well we do against it, and then go to the next dungeon. Let's start right here by the mobs. Once again, start damaging them here. They're a little more difficult since we are doing Calamity, and it's a 70% difficulty increase, I think. But there you go, mobs defeated. Now it's time to do the first boss and see how we do against those. Alright, we're here at the Corrupt Warlord, and I just died like a flopping fish again. I've made that joke too many times in this video. But it has over 1 billion HP, which is so many HP. We just took it down there. I don't even know if we can clear this. If we can't, we'll probably just have to do regular chaos difficulty, which does sound a little bit better, especially since we have less players on today's episode. I'm not sure. Let's see the time when we finish this boss. I actually forgot to say what timer we finished, but I can actually say when we started the second boss, and it doesn't seem that we're going to be able to beat it, which sucks. But it doesn't mean we can do Calamity on many of these higher level dungeons, even though I don't think we're in the end game yet. Nowhere near it. So that's unfortunate. I'll update you guys exactly where we are when the timer runs out, and we'll grind chaos difficulty from there. And there it is. We just failed, but it's fine. We tried our best. Let's go ahead and, well, try chaos. Since we cannot do Calamity difficulty, we're going to do chaos difficulty until we can reach level 120. So enjoy this final montage for this video. Here we go. There we go! We actually completed this dungeon, and now, if we go ahead and quick create, we can do Eternal Domain, the next dungeon. Now, before we actually go ahead and end the episode right here, it's time for the level milestones. Getting gems, getting more of these perk runes, getting more tier 6 successes and more maximum inventory space. This is always useful. I've always wanted this in Dungeon Quest, but it never existed. So glad it exists here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Fabled Legacy Noob to Godly series. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. You says you'll like the video on your screen right now. It may be more of the series. And waddle out, my friend.